You were not born into hope. You were born into a neighborhood where hope is optional. Optional like insurance. Optional like honesty. Optional like tomorrow. South Los Santos, a place where the map ends caring. Cracked asphalt, faded lines on the road that no one follows anymore. Houses older than the people living in them. Houses that remember better days if they ever had any. The sun is bright, California bright, but it doesn't warm anything. It just exposes the dirt. Your first sound is not a lullaby, not your mother's voice, not a promise. Your first sound is a police helicopter, blades cutting the air. It circles like a vulture, slow and patient, looking for someone who won't make it tonight. Sometimes it finds him, sometimes it finds you. Your first smell is gasoline, trash, and cheap meat from a street grill, burnt fat, burnt dreams. America. No commercials, no slogans, no happy ending guarantees. Your mother works a lot, 2 jobs, sometimes 3. She talks little. There's no energy left for words. She smokes often, like she's trying to burn stress out of her lungs. She believes in television because television explains the world simply. Television believes in advertising. Advertising believes in money. Advertising doesn't believe in you. Your father is gone. Not dead, just gone. There isn't even a story about him. No photo, no warning. An empty space is also an inheritance, sometimes the heaviest one. Childhood is short here. Nobody stretches it out. Nobody protects it. You grow up fast, or you don't grow up at all. You learn the rules early, not from books, from mistakes. Don't stare too long. Don't ask questions. Don't be weak. Weakness smells. Predators notice it. The weak don't die first. That would be mercy. They get used first, passed around, squeezed dry. School is a building with bars on the windows, metal detectors at the entrance, cops in the hallway, like a prison but without a sentence, or maybe the sentence is just longer. You go because you're told to. You sit, you listen, you forget. You learn little, dates, names, things that won't save you. You remember what matters, how to survive, how to stay quiet, how to disappear in a crowd, how to know when trouble is already too close. You learn to read faces, who is angry, who is hungry, who is desperate, who's ready to shoot and just needs an excuse. You learn to run, fast, long, without panic. Panic kills faster than bullets. Your first crime isn't a plan, it isn't ambition, it's an accident. A wrong turn, a bad decision that works. A car, parked wrong, unlocked, keys inside. You hesitate, then you don't. You sit down, the seat is warm, not from you. Your hands shake, your heart beats like it's trying to escape your chest and leave without you. You drive, slow at first, then faster, faster than your thoughts, faster than fear. And you realize something important. The world didn't stop. Nobody screamed. Nobody chased you. Nobody killed you. You got paid. The money is dirty, but it's warm, and warmth matters. You bring it home. Your mother sees the groceries, the bills paid. She doesn't ask where it came from. She never asks. It's a silent deal. You don't talk. She doesn't look too closely. Both of you survive. Then Simeon appears, always smiling, always sweating, slippery, loud, an accent wrapped in big words. The car dealership is a front, clean floor, fake smiles. The real business is debt, pain sold monthly with interest. You sell people cars they can't afford. You know they'll miss payments. You know they'll lose everything they put into it. You know it will hurt. But it's not your pain, and that's the rule. You take the car back, sometimes with shouting, sometimes with threats, sometimes with a gun resting casually in your hand. Conscience? You've never seen it in this neighborhood. If it ever lived here, it moved out years ago. Your friend is Lamar. He's loud, confident, always knows how life should be lived, always knows better than you. He talks big, dreams small, stays right where he is. He's stuck. You're moving. He says you forgot where you came from. You didn't forget. You just don't want to die there. Then Michael shows up. A white house behind gates, a green lawn watered with regret, a wife who hates him for quitting life, kids who despise him for being present too late. He looks like a winner, but smells like failure, expensive failure, comfortable failure. He's from another era, when people robbed banks, not identities, not accounts, banks. You start working together. You drive, he plans, he teaches, you learn fast. The first big robbery, masks pulled tight, weapons heavy in your hands, sweat running down your back. Time slows down. The world shrinks to a single second. Then it explodes. Money, noise, sirens, freedom. You're not small anymore. You're visible. Then Trevor appears, like a storm, like a mistake that refuses to apologize. Crazy, unstable, honest in his madness. He doesn't pretend, he doesn't hide. This is who he is. He'll kill because he can, because it's simple, because it's honest. That's why people fear him. You are different, different goals, different limits, but you need each other. You're between them, between the past that won't die and pure chaos that won't stop. Balance. The neighborhood pulls you back. Old gangs remember your face. Old debts remember your name. You solve problems, sometimes with words, sometimes with threats, sometimes with bullets. The first time you kill someone isn't like the movies. No music, no slow motion, no last words. Just a sound, a body hitting the ground, and silence. You don't celebrate, you don't talk about it, you move on. Money grows, accounts fill, houses appear, cars you don't need, stocks, investments. You're not a criminal anymore. That's what the paperwork says. You're a businessman with a past. The past never disappears. It just waits, patient, like the helicopter. Michael drowns in his lies, in family therapy, in nostalgia. Trevor drowns in blood and meth and calls it freedom. You choose a path, not to be a hero, not to be remembered, to be alive. A choice, the hardest one. Betray or die. You do what's necessary, not what looks good, not what sounds right. The final job, big, loud, messy. The whole country is watching. News, headlines, sirens again. You take your share, you walk away. The end. You stand high above the city, glass, steel, distance. The same city that tried to eat you alive and failed. The phone is silent. For once, you have enough money, enough space, almost no enemies left. You won. But victory is quiet, too quiet, and it's louder than gunfire. Sometimes at night, you remember the first car, the shaking hands, the first fear, the first choice. You are Franklin, a product of the city, a product of the time. The street forgives nothing, but sometimes, if you're smart and lucky, it lets you go.